Are you in a situation where you had to break up with somebody, it eroded, and all you find yourself thinking now is, I wish that one day they would see my worth. I wish that they would turn around and realize, I lost the most fabulous person in the world. This is common for us. It's normal, but it is a loop and it's unhealthy. Hi everyone, Susan Winter here answering your questions, and this was given to me by a lady, Liz, and she is hoping that one day her ex will realize her worth. Sound familiar? I think we've all been there at one time or another. So Liz writes, "Hi Susan, was dumped a few months ago, and after gaining perspective on the situation, I realized that she did not have empathy for me during our relationship, and in general, it was not a healthy partnership. A little voice kept telling me she wasn't the one. Despite knowing this, I find myself getting caught in loops of hoping that one day she will realize what a catch I am and change." Advice? Yeah, this is, as you have correctly stated, Liz, and thanks for writing me, this is indeed a loop, and it's a loop because you can't get out of it. This is why we call it a loop, whether it's an obsession loop or a wish that things had been done differently. This is a loop. You are hoping that she will suddenly realize your worth, and it can happen when she's away from you. But it doesn't happen when you're together, and that is a problem. And when I say away from you, I'm not trying to inspire you to think, oh my goodness, we can get back together again, but someplace along the line, there was not the connection that was sufficient for her. And we have come up against this so many times. And what you're suffering from, besides the loop of obsession, is you are hoping to derive your feelings of security and self-worth from her because they feel denied to you because she wasn't fully participating in the relationship. So not only do you want what I call a good review, you want to be well seen at the end of your relationship. You want her to put you in a category that you were a valuable person, it just didn't work out, bad timing, whatever. But you want to have the edification of being valued. Will she change? If she didn't see it the first time, what makes you think she'll see it the second time? And here's the funny thing. You're smart enough to say, or I should say self-analytical enough to say, I don't think she's the one. However, you still want her approval. This is a human thing. This isn't necessarily a relationship thing because it comes up in our relationships. This is a human thing. We all want to be respected. We all want to be seen as valuable in the eyes of those around us. It's completely natural, and especially so in a relationship where there's love, but it is the human condition. This is something we have to work on in ourselves, work on our own self-esteem, and we have to start to feed ourselves. Granted, it's not easy. I would not need to be in this career were it easy. But it's something that we have to tell ourselves that just because one person does not see the allness of what you have to bring to the table doesn't mean that you don't have those things. And rather than wishing that the empty can would become full and supply us, better to look again with fresh eyes at new opportunities where you don't have to struggle to prove your worth. Whenever we're in a dynamic where we feel that we have to earn their love, earn their respect, earn their approval, that it's conditional, that we have to be a certain way. We can never be sad, we can never be lonely, we can never be self-doubting, that we have to be something spectacular. We're not in a real relationship. We're in an ongoing audition to try to get them to like us. And that's a losing situation right from the very start. You all know that. So your wiser self, Liz, your higher self, knew that this wasn't the one. Part of this is your ego. I don't look at ego as a bad word. I look at it as a necessary part of our understanding how we survive. Part of it is like, I'm a good person. I'm a valuable person. And part of it's justifiable anger. Why can't you see that? And so, of course I want you to see it. I want you to look back on this and go, oh, I blew it. Why did I not get that? She was wonderful. And this is normal. We go through all of these emotions. When there's disruption, when there's a breakup, this is what comes up for us. So the process for us is to take an honest look at ourselves, really begin to analyze, why do we need this thing from them? Why do we assume we need it from them? Because they denied it to us? Having these things lie in the external and praying and hoping that somebody gives us this stuff, that's a very tentative position to have. It is work, and it's daily work, and it's probably a life's work, to be honest. But what we need to do instead is to try to focus ourselves and feed ourselves. This stuff doesn't help, but you know what? Every crisis we have emotionally, what do? You start digging deeply, don't you? How many times do you do your deep spiritual work? Oh, in the middle of a sobbing breakup, you're all in. How many times do you really apply yourself to self-change? Want to get off that extra 10 pounds, want to look fabulous, want to excel in your career. These are the motivators. Sometimes the hitting the bottom emotionally, not having somebody see us, is the springboard to make us aim higher. So while these things will happen to us, all we need to do is keep our eye on the prize, which is, what do I need to give to myself in this time and space? And why am I giving this person so much power and control over the evaluation of my worth? Is that really sensible? So this long-lasting journey of self-love and self-talk, positive self-talk, and reframing our experiences to make it work for us, these are the tools that we will be using throughout a lifetime to keep ourselves focused and to keep ourselves in alignment with the truth, the higher truth, in uniting with ourself and giving ourselves a chance to shine for us. And if they see it, fabulous. And if they don't, you still shine anyway. Susan Winter here for SusanWinter.net. Thank you, Liz, so much for writing me. If any of you have a question that you'd like me to address in one of these sessions, I'd like to really have you just write to the video requests. It is the last page. It's the contact page of SusanWinter.net. Go beneath the agents and beneath the media and go to the box that says video request, and I'll answer it. And also those of you, my wonderful, fabulous clients who've come to me, I love working with you. A day with Susan. You want to meet me in person and work with me? That's really fabulous. I have people who've flown in from all over the world. It's incredible. And sometimes I'm in beautiful locations. When it's winter, I'm in warm locations, so that could be a fun trip for you. And for those of you who've taken my classes, I have them routinely. I have really enjoyed working with you in a group, so don't hesitate to reach out to me if you think you have a situation that needs some assistance. Thanks a lot, and have a good week.